Hey guys, and welcome back to the number one podcast for remote sales and online business development. The 9 to 5 is becoming obsolete. The world is shifting and online businesses are creating more opportunities than ever. Today, I'm breaking down exactly how this online space works, clearing up any doubts about its legitimacy, and showing you exactly how you can make money from it. By the end of this, you'll see how the traditional path is no longer the only way, and how you can leverage high income skills online and the steps you need to take to start profiting. If you're serious about escaping from the outdated systems and taking control over your time, your money, and your location, then please pay close attention. The 9 to 5 system is designed to keep you stuck. You're trained to follow orders, trade time for money, and live for the weekends. And that's just how it's meant to be, right? But that's no longer the only way. From a young age, the educational system and pretty much every socially accepted organization or institution conditions you for the rat race. You're taught to listen, to follow instructions, and stick to a structured routine. In school, you're given toilet breaks, allocated lunch times, and a strict timetable to follow of lessons, right? And the same structure carries on into the corporate space, into the 9 to 5 space, where you clock in and out at a specific time, you get assigned limited holidays, and you're expected to conform to a system that prioritizes corporate stability over personal freedom. And before you know it, you're just going through the motions. Right, you're waking up each morning, you're dreading another Monday, you're counting down the days until Friday, and you're living for the 2-day escape that you call the weekends. But it doesn't stop there. You're stuck navigating energy-draining office politics that constantly wear you down. You can't fully be yourself because you don't resonate with your team. And before long, you start feeling completely out of place in a job that you don't even want. If this sounds familiar, then you're probably in the rat race and you're looking for a change. But the great thing about the modern age is that we're living in a digital economy. This term is something you've probably heard before, but we are living in a digital economy where virtual currencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum are making people rich. Social media is turning attention into money, where e-commerce middlemen are making millions without even touching a single product, right? Dropshipping once blew up the space completely. And people are learning high income skills online and getting paid by clients on the other side of the world. New money is being made online, and you're one of two things. You're either a buyer or you're a seller. Now, we're seeing new multi-million pound startups popping up online every single day. And with every new business comes new opportunities. People are making multiple 5 figures a month without even starting their own business, just by tapping into the new digital economy and leveraging new earned skills within opportunities that already exist. And now, depending on your interests and your skills, there is an opportunity for you online, right? Especially if you're in the corporate space, because the skills you have are massively transferable. However, the most valued skill in the market at the moment, in my opinion, has got to be sales. And that's because largely so many of the new online businesses being created are either agencies or their online coaching business. And these service-based models rely heavily on continuous selling to generate revenue. And as a result, talented sales reps are in very high demand, right? A good closer can earn between 10 and 20% in commission on a high ticket service and ultimately bring home thousands a week. So my question for those of you listening who are currently stuck in the rat race: why do you trade your time for a heavily taxed paycheck that's way below what you're worth, when instead you could be trading the skills you already have in a more leveraged way online? But it's not just about the money, right? The world to most people is unexplored territory. And this new way of earning gives you the freedom of your time, of your income, and over your location. But the commission life isn't for everyone. But if you are prepared to dive into a results-driven environment where so long as you deliver results, you can spend your time however you feel, You have the flexibility to treat yourself as a service as opposed to an employee, which means you have more control of your money because you have more control over how you pay your taxes, which is amazing if you do want to go down the route of starting a business one day because you understand how all of that works. And you're effectively running your own business if you're working online. But finally, you can literally do this from anywhere in the world, right? You can be in Southeast Asia. You can be in Dubai, you can be in South Africa, wherever you want, you can make money online. Now, my intention for this episode is simply to share an alternative to the traditional route that the majority of the world are taking at the moment. And this same alternative is what the top 1% are doing to live a life of independence, authority, purpose, and freedom. Those with a scarcity-based mindset that value comfortability and the easy life may not resonate with what I have to say, which is completely fine. However, those of you who think big and want to avoid the traditional path and fast track your success, then this is exactly what you need to hear. The traditional path is to go to school, is to study hard, is to rack up 30 to 70k worth of debt from a degree that you might never even use, then land a job that's paying you around 30 grand a year before taxes, and by the end of the month, you've barely got enough to cover your rent, your food, and your bills. Specifically in the current state of inflation, where the cost of living has gone up dramatically. Then what? Right? You just watch as the years go by, as your dreams fade and you settle for a life far less fulfilling than you had imagined and far less fulfilling than you ever wanted. But then you're left constantly telling yourself that you want more, right? You want a life of luxury, right? You want the fancy yard, you want the nice Ferrari, but you're stuck in a job which is paying you 30 grand a year. And even if you worked the same job for 20 years and didn't spend a penny, you would not have enough money to buy the things that you desired. I did the same, right? I always wanted more, but I went to uni, I got a job, and I almost got stuck into that life. Now, thankfully, my desire was too persistent to ignore, and my thoughts manifested into reality. And for that, I'm grateful, and I'm grateful for my journey because it's made me who I am today. But I can't help but wonder, what if I had taken action sooner, right? Would I do things differently if I had the chance? I mean, probably not, because I do believe that everything happens for a reason. But if you do value getting results faster, then I definitely suggest a quicker and more direct route. This more direct path and the framework for it is the exact same as the traditional route, right? You study hard and then you apply what you've learned. But instead of spending years learning a subject that barely translates into money, like for me, I spent 4 years studying English. And I left university, got a sales job that had pretty much nothing to do with English. Why not focus on a high value skill like sales or marketing, find an opportunity online, use that skill to earn and invest your time and your money back into personal development, skill development, and developing a true understanding of the functionality of an online business. Because that's how you create leverage, that's how you become an asset, and that's how you become an unstoppable force. Right? You have a high valued, high income earning skill that you can apply to make a lot of money in commissions online. But not only that, you spend your time understanding the landscape of the business that you're working in. So when in the future you want to start your own business online, you have the skills that you've been applying to make money, but you also have newly developed skills and understandings of business that you can use to grow your own. So all you need to do to achieve this is stay focused, continue leveling up, and success becomes inevitable. Most people settle for that paycheck that barely covers their bills, while the small percentage of us are out here making 5 to 10 times more by leveraging the skills we have online. Online businesses give you the chance to learn fast, live freely, and earn what you're actually worth. You eat what you kill, and if you're willing to put in the work, there's an abundance of money waiting for you. So I hope that's been insightful. I hope to all of you who are considering the online space and rather than taking the university, the traditional path, you're thinking, how do I learn a skill that I can leverage online? I hope that's been helpful in guiding your decision. If you are considering the traditional route and you were looking for that alternative, I hope this episode's made things a lot clearer for you. And if you are in any of those pots, right, you're either in the corporate world looking to make the transition, you are considering what route to go down, or perhaps you just want to learn more about getting involved in the online sales space, then feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. My @ is GrowthByJordan. And I also have a close friend story. So all you need to do is DM me the password 888 which is the angel number for financial abundance, and I'll get you added to my close friend story, where I share insights, helpful tips, and guidance around how you can make an impact in remote high ticket sales. But feel free to reach out to me with any questions that you have. I'm more than happy to connect with the listeners of this podcast, and I love to do it. Right. So again, just connect with me on Instagram. My @ is GrowthByJordan, the exact same as the name of this podcast. Follow me. DM me the passcode AAA or any questions you may have, and I'll get you added to my private story and we can connect. But until then, I look forward to seeing you on episode 5. Peace.